It is the living who cannot live without the dead, who wish them back, who need their presences, their hands, as Orpheus held her hand, Eurydice's, to lead her back to earth out of the gulf of Hades, as I need yours. It is not so much the dead who need us now, as we think they do, and that reconciliation we long for, that knowledge of each other to the utmost, which could assuage us. They are one step beyond it, and suffer us to long for them. If they could return, it would be out of patience with us merely, their need to console us. For somehow an indifference possesses them, for all their tenderness, and they see beyond us, even if what they see seems to us nothing. The lizard's heart throbs faster than mine through his green spots. With prehistoric claws he seeks his shelter in the shadow of the vine, his head to one side in watchfulness. Measure it. Observe the suspense. He is anchored to it, the fear of danger, and we are anchored to nothing. Though the Spaniard finds in San Juan Bautista's effigies his satisfaction without knowing why, we seek out the mystery, to learn to care, and how much, for even the bicycle on the white wall may be a glyph and magical. But my heart beats slower than the lizard's, making the dead rise up, weeping our own tears to bewilder us. They tore my clothes and said to me, "Don't be afraid." And I thought, tear them, and I, one of the long line of women mourning their beloved, dead 3,000 years, she, with the mouth gaping, eyelids purple-black, "Don't be afraid," the woman said, "it's your mother." And they chanted in his praise, blessing the Lord, ruler of the universe, who does justice also, covering her with shovelfuls of earth. A sunny, cool day, and a light wind blowing in our faces, the bougainvillea red and glowing, trees greening as in early spring, the earth, the freshly dug earth, covering the stiff small body of her who had said earlier, "I want you to go and rest. I want to kiss you, but perhaps we shouldn't with this illness. I want you to go home safely, to go to the country to rest. I love you, but this only on the telephone. I want a tree planted, a tree with flowers on it, and then cover my feet, they're cold, and make it dark. Close all the doors and give me my burial shroud. Little lioness, under the dark earth, heavy on that small body, white with that fire, burning, burning in her pride." "Oh," she said, "but green for one person isn't the same as green for another, and when one person says blue, it isn't the same as when another person says it." That was Elaine in 1958. We had found nothing the same in New York, returning after 5 or 6 years, nothing quite the same. But that determined, fiery way of speaking, that decisiveness she had, was the same. That love of paradox, a passion for definition, incisive, poised between danger and the possible. And as she spoke, there were blues and greens dancing before my eyes, in different depths, various textures. So each blue, each green, was unlike the other, separate. They glistened, they curved, they arched their backs. Some of them leapt up over the others. Some wavered, hovered over a canvas off-center. And the voice, warm, slightly harsh, went on speaking of the relationship between the visible and the kind of seeing the human eye can make, so that the talk became an intoxication, the excitement a wave swelling to its peak. There laughter could spill over, and another reason for definition, a further paradox be found with it, the rhythm of the phrase, the image, the driving toward a possibility, the speed of it. They demonstrate against Pinochet now, 1984, among the people marching a mother with her son aged 12, and the police arrest him, take him away, a boy, aged 12. The mother in bitterness, in terror at what will happen. In Ludlow, 1914, an elderly man goes out to face the militia, a white flag in his hand, to ask for protection for women and children of the embattled strikers. Come close, they say. Come closer, as he obeys. They take close aim and shoot him down. I have seen the faces of mothers in Vietnam, the children, the old men, the woman holding a dead child in her arms, or a dying child, their homes leveled, fields burned, driven into camps. I knew 2 little girls in Riga, Galia and Bella was very beautiful, with whom I played one summer, and 2 older women, my father's sisters, forced to dig their own graves, and many, many other faces I've seen, old men leading little children, bewildered by the hand, the way to the gas chambers, and 2 young people, very much in love, saying goodbye to each other at the cattle cars. They looked like Byzantine angels, and the white-bearded patriarch, beaten to the ground and raising his fist to heaven, and a small boy skeleton dancing to entertain the Nazi soldiers, dancing for his life. I have seen them, and the trustfulness of beautiful boys and girls with rucksacks on their backs, as if they were going to be resettled, to work in gardens. I shall not forget them. The smoke is in my throat. The dust covers my shoes. It is a flute made of their bones I use to accompany whatever song I sing. It is the butterfly who cannot speak, the breath of those not given time to form their syllables that cuts my breath. It is those voices choked back that make my voice so heavy. That whiteness, a weight of ice that gives forth fire.